Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of An Alien's Journey. So today we're going to be talking about the geology degree and the mudlogging life and how I got my geological engineering degree and how I use that to go in oil and gas industry and how is the life of a field engineer in a mudlogging company. Let's dive into it. I'm sorry for the bad quality of the video, but that's all what I can do right now because I'm inside the mudlogging unit and I'm filming with my webcam from my laptop. But I thought this is a good way to show you how my mudlogging life is, and it's more real like that if you see me right in my working environment. So I hope you're going to enjoy it. Geology, it's a beautiful science that studies the earth, all the processes that are taking place inside the earth, the rocks, the minerals, all the minerals with economic values, which are the interest for the mining industry, and also oil and gas, which is also inside the earth, which is my industry that I'm working right now, and also extinct animals like dinosaurs, and how life evolved on earth, and how the earth evolved during almost 4.6 billion years. As you can see, geology is a very broad subject, and after you graduate you know a little bit of everything, but you don't know precisely in what field should you go to. Like, you should go for petroleum geology, should you go for mining geology, should you go for environmental geology, for geotechnical, what is your field? So it's kind of hard after you graduated to know which is going to be your future, and you're kind of confused. You acquired all that information from the college, you're now out in the world and you don't really know how to use that in order to make money and to pursue your passion. I graduated geological engineering in 2018, and since that time I work as a field engineer for an international mudlogging company. I started working for them in Romania, and right now I'm working for them in the United States, mostly in Texas. They have them headquarters in Houston, Texas, as most of the others oil and gas companies, and I really enjoy it. Now I will try to explain you a little bit how is the mudlogging job and what you're gonna have to do for this, and after that we are gonna go into some lifestyle tips that I have for you, and how is your schedule gonna be and how your life is gonna change if you're gonna pursue this career. So firstly, the job, the mudlogging services is required whenever they are drilling a new well for oil and gas, and the client, the big oil and gas company, it's calling us to come here with a few days before they start drilling, and we are setting up all our equipment, we are rigging up all the gas instruments and everything, and we are preparing to be ready for the job. And after they start drilling, we start acquiring and recording a lot of data and assigning that to a specific depth, and the most valuable information that we are providing to the client are the gas data and the geological data. We have usually a lot of gas instruments, a lot of advanced gas instruments. Right now I'm in a very basic unit, this is why you don't see much behind me. All of those information are used in order to do the formation evaluation, describe the reservoir and how it is, and what kind of reservoir, what kind of oil and what kind of gas. It's a dry reservoir, it's a wet reservoir, what kind of gases we have, and like that they know where are the best productive zones, and they know where to perforate and to start production and to have the best results. And this is the reason why the clients are paying a lot of money for this service, because we are bringing a lot of value to the client. The shift is 12 hours a day. You can do day shift or night shift, and usually there are 2 persons per shift, a data engineer and a mudlogger. But here in US it's pretty often that there are only 1 man per shift for some jobs, for the basic jobs, but for the advanced ones is the same mudlogger and the data engineer. And the mudlogger is the one that is taking samples, and it's going out to the shakers, is taking sample that the mud is bringing up to the surface, it's washing the sample, it's analyzing that sample, and it's describing it. What kind of sample is it? Is it a shale? Is it a sandstone? Is it a limestone? And this is where your geological skills are going to be used. And the other person, the data engineer, usually just sits in front of the computer and make sure that all the gas data and all the parameters are properly, and is doing all the troubleshooting. And for sure the mudlogger is helping the data engineer when needs something to be troubleshoot, or the data engineer is helping the mudlogger to take samples if there are like high resolution sampling. So it's very much about the teamwork. But here in US, as I said, it's pretty often that it's only one person that is doing also the Mudlogger job and also the data engineer job, and you have to take sample, to wash it, to analyze it, put it in your system, to monitor all the data, to troubleshoot everything. So it's one-man show. You're here 12 hours with all these gas instruments, and you have to make sure everything is working properly and to do your best to make the client happy. The job itself doesn't involve that much the geology. You're gonna use maybe like 20% of your geology skills and your geology knowledge, but also it's a lot beyond geology. The job is requiring also physics, math, chemistry, and a lot of common sense, and you're gonna be out there in the field, sometimes by yourself, and you have to fix a problem, to fix the equipment, to improvise. You're gonna need some electrical knowledge to know how to connect some wires, to disconnect some wires, to know to fix a breaker or stuff like that. So it's pretty cool, and it's very challenging because you all the time hit a new problem and you have to solve it, and you have to use your engineering skills to fix that problems, and that's the cool part because it's all the time challenge, and it's keeping you alert all the time. But there are enough details about the job itself. I don't want to give you much information because I think you're not very interested in that. I just wanted to give you a little bit of the big picture. And now let's talk about the lifestyle of a field engineer in the oil and gas industry. So your life is gonna be like that. You're gonna be gone from home for like 2 or 3 weeks, sometimes a month, and you're gonna be out in the field, and you're gonna be living here. You're gonna have a mobile home where you live, so you have all your stuff there. You have a kitchen, you have a wash machine, you have everything you need. It's like your home for a whole month. And the good part is that after your month of working is done, you have like 2 weeks home or 3 weeks home, or depends when the next job is gonna be. And that's cool because it's giving you a lot of flexibility, and you can do a lot of things during your free time. You can travel, you can read, you can wake up whatever hours you want, you can go visit friends, you can go board, you can do a lot of things because unlike the other jobs from 9 to 5, you don't have just the weekend, you have 2 or 3 weeks sometimes, so that's great. And depending on what kind of person are you, you're gonna like this schedule or not, and depends also in what moment of your life are you, because I guess if you have like kids home and a wife and everything, it's gonna be pretty hard to be out in the field for a whole month. But at least for me now, when I'm young and I don't have my family here in US, it's pretty easy, and this schedule works great and I love it. And the rough part about this schedule is that you're gonna lose a lot of holidays, a lot of birthdays, and there are gonna be big events you cannot attend because you're out there in the field. And sometimes it's working in your favor, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're gonna spend like Christmas, Easter in the field because here they are working 24/7. It's no holiday, no break. And also depends what kind of person are you, if you're an office person or a field person, because this is a field job, you're gonna be out there, sometimes you're gonna look like that, and you're gonna be dirty, and you're gonna have to do some maintenance, some troubleshooting. It's gonna be rough sometimes. Sometimes you're gonna have to work more than 12 hours in a day because you have a lot of problems and you have to fix them. So it's not that fixed schedule. You're gonna just go to an office, you're gonna be nice dressed and have everything working properly. Sometimes it's rough, sometimes it's really easy. So here depends what kind of person are you, and if you like action and go out there, do it yourself, and make it work. Another good part about this job is that you're gonna travel a lot and you're gonna visit a lot of new cities and new countries, and that's great. Like in the beginning of this year, I worked on a rig in West Virginia, and we had the flight from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and we had the flight back at 8 p.m. or something like that. So we had a whole day to visit the city, and the city is very cool. It has a lot of old buildings, an old town, which is really nice, coffee shops, restaurant, and it's really great to visit it. And my company gave me this chance, so that's a good way to be visiting a city with your job. You don't pay for the ticket, you don't pay for that day, and you're even paid to visit, so that's great. And I'm working with an American contract, so I'm working only in United States of America right now. But I have a lot of people that are with international contract, and they worked in like 20% of the countries around the world. They've been in Africa, they've been in Europe, they've been in Asia, they've been in South America, North America. So yeah, that's pretty cool because you're gonna be in countries maybe you will never go otherwise. So that's great. And also here in US, I have a friend that was assigned to a job in Alaska, and they arrived there a little bit early, and the accommodation and the rig wasn't set up yet, and they have to stay a few days at the hotel, and they were able to go out for ski, and they had a very nice experience over there in the mountains. It was amazing during winter. And what other jobs is giving you this opportunity to send you in Alaska to just ski and being paid for that? It's great. Probably a big disadvantage about this industry is that it is very cyclic. It's all the time up and down, and we can see that during this time very hard, because the oil and gas industry is very hard hit by the crisis and by the pandemic. And right now a lot of companies are doing a lot of layoffs, and a lot of people are out of jobs, and this is pretty often in the oil and gas industry, because there is a crisis all the time. Like every 5-6 years there is a crisis. It's coming back up, it's going down. So you have to expect that, and try to be the best in your field in order to secure your job. But sometimes not even that is helping. So yeah, you have to keep that in mind, that maybe you're going to be out of job for a year or two until the industry is coming back. So you're making good money in the industry, but you have to save a lot of money in order to be prepared in case you're going to be laid off for a year or two. You can survive, or you can just have another side gig until this rough situation passes, and after that you can come back to your oil and gas journey. I think that mudlogging, it's a very good experience to start your career, to start applying your geological knowledge and skills, and to be out here in the field and understand better the drilling operation and how everything works, and to understand better all what you learn in school about the petroleum geology and all that stuff. You're going to acquire a lot of valuable knowledge, and you're going to get to know a lot of nice people which are probably going to help you in your geological career, and go for it. Thank you for watching. I hope I give you some information about how is the mudlogging job and how is the life of a field engineer in oil and gas industry. And let me know down in the comment what do you think about this and what you think I should add to this. Please hit the subscribe button, check out my channel. I have a lot of other videos about oil and gas industries and about the American lifestyle and my American journey, as I'm new in America. And let me know what you think about it. Please hit the like and the subscribe button. Thank you for watching again, and see you next time. Be great!